obviously invited, so call me back. Okay, love you. Bye.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Emotionally Online with your host, the one and only Maddie Drosbeck. And today I am joined by my dear friend, Alex.
Hello, it's me, Big Al Taylor.
Woo! I'm so excited to have Alex on today. I love and adore Alex. She's a member of my trivia team, Lads on Tour.
Lads on tour.
Lads. The lads on tour, mate. Where are we? We're going on tour.
And we got fourth last week.
Can you even fucking believe it? The talent that's just pulsing through our veins.
The pop culture is insane. The knowledge that comes through.
It's just fun. Like, I really feel like every time we're there at trivia, I'm like, guys, I can't believe we're this smart. Like, I just keep saying throughout the night, like, I can't believe we're actually this smart. Because we all went into it being like, I don't know if...
And I texted you straight up like, I will be bad.
Right? I don't know if I know that much. But, like, every week we're better than the majority of teams.
So much better. And they have, like, big teams. Like,
yeah.
The purple next to us had, like, 8 to 9 people. We had 4.
I know. And they're only supposed to have 6.
I think... Have you ever seen Slumdog Millionaire? Have you ever seen that movie?
No,
2008 Oscar winner. Actually, I, like, know that fact. But it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in the show. It's, like, real life. But it's... They don't have Meredith Vieira, whoever the host was at this time. I was a big fan. I also had the game. Anyways, each question, they literally, he gets all of them right, and they're like questioning whether he won, and they're like, no, you probably cheated. But he has every single answer is a life lesson. Like, he takes it back to like when he was a kid and this. But I think that's why we're winners, because we each all have like very specific knowledge that we just pull out of our ass, you know? And it's like, we're like Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
You know?
And we've all had like individual questions where we're all like dying laughing because we don't know how the other person knew that.
Fail one.
Yeah. There was one question where August was like, just pulled it right out of his ass. It was like, the question was like, this creator of, I don't know who this man is.
It was like, I still don't know. I didn't even look it up.
But it was like some guy, Philip something, who was the creator of this, has a food show on Netflix called what? And we were all like, who the fuck
literally
is that?
God knows. Like, Jesus take the wheel.
Who is Phil? And then August was just like, it's everybody feeding Phil or something like that. Or what is
like,
it?
Everybody feeds Phil.
Everybody feeds
Phil. Or somebody feeds Phil.
Somebody
but
feed
now it's everybody feeds Phil. Like, they're like a fan now. They're like a fan.
I thought it was so funny. But there's always like ones like that where it's like, how did we know that? But I'm continuously shocked at our brilliance and how smart we are.
No, truly. And there's a music round where you just have to guess the song or guess the artist to the song. And I feel like that's really where, like, thank God you are a pop music person, because like there's like that voice. I'm like, I don't know this voice.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but that's been a really strong one. And the one last week we were talking about that's like one question, but it's a musical. And then the other half of the question is like a random thing, but they have to conjoin with a word that's the same in both. Very confusing. But the one I got was The Color Purple, Haze. Because it was a Jimi Hendrix song and then something about the color purple.
Yeah.
It was badass.
And that was good because it like mixed our knowledge together.
Yes.
Like, I'm a theater kid through and through.
And I happen to know that one Jimi Hendrix song. That's really truly it. Like, I had a Jimi Hendrix shirt in middle school or 8th grade, and you know how men will be like, name 5 songs. That I literally was like, if I buy this shirt, I know someone at school is gonna ask me. So I googled 4 Jimi Hendrix songs, like Purple Haze, Foxy Lady, and I literally came in and they're like, oh my god, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I listen to music. Like, what do you do? It worked though.
And
I know that
so
fact.
We had like such a moment.
It was cool.
And we were
so cool.
watching teams around us cheat, and they still couldn't beat us.
I know. I was like, and not even cheat, ask us for the answers. Like, not even just like, she was like, and kind of like their body language was fully like wanting to share. And I was like, I'm sorry. And like, I just don't love cheaters. Like, I just like, and I saw the Google and I was like, and it wasn't even like they had a whole other phone Googling. And I'm like, why even go to trivia? Just play trivia. Trivial Pursuit at home exists. Like,
I just feel like if you're going to be bad, just like be bad. Like, I want to know the true score.
That's probably like, we want to know how smart we are. And you're messing up our placement because of if
you're cheating and you beat us, then like
rude.
Really, we should be a spot above. You're fucking up my score at this point. It's personal, babe.
No, and I was like, I get friendship, like I get meeting people in bars, and I'm totally about that. I don't want, like, if you I love it. I love when you see someone, you're like, you hear a joke and you're like, haha, I relate. But it went past that.
Yeah.
It was like, here, what'd you guys get for this? And I was like,
Right.
absolutely not.
Like I gave them one because it was the hint that we
easy
got.
one. It was
like
easy
there was a
one.
hint for it. So I was like, okay, you just didn't see the hint.
didn't
Like
see the hint.
I'll let you know what it was because we got a little. They gave us the hint. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. But then
fine.
afterwards, when they kept asking for more, I was like,
They're not
all right,
No.
come on, Bibes.
I literally was like tattling the whole time. I was like, should I tell on them? I was like, I couldn't. I just hate that. I hate it.
I hate it
cheaters.
too.
But that's fine.
But I think I feel so struck by how good we've been at trivia because it feels like inspiring to me. Where it's like, no matter how bad you think you might be at something, you might be really fucking
You
good.
could.
You maybe are just insecure. And this is what trivia has taught me. Where we all went in being like, I feel like I'm kind of dumb. Like, what do I know about trivia facts?
I know.
And then we're all brilliant. And it's like,
so good.
oh my God.
I think it's good. Like, why?
we underestimated ourselves.
But no, I did play Trivial Pursuit a lot. That's the thing as a kid. But all the questions were so like late 90s. And I've just felt like, I don't know it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know anything. But now that it's like, we know stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like especially the internet, not
Yeah.
internet era, but like when they're talking about movies that I'm like, oh, duh. Like Legally Blonde, like there was
Yeah.
one section where there's just photos of movies. And it was like all 2000s movies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, now I'm ready for this. Back then, I think that's why when you're a kid, you're stupid.
No, the only category that we're bad at,
Yeah.
sports.
Sports.
That's the only category that like the question pops up and we all look at each other like,
And it's even kind of easy ones. Like we got the one wrong that was like, what stadium did Babe Ruth build? And it's like, you're from Massachusetts.
we were
And,
going
like,
back and forth about whether it was Fenway or Yankee Stadium.
We're like, yeah, duh, it's Fenway.
We settled on Fenway and it was fucking Yankee Stadium.
I was like, shoot. And everyone, I think it was like, we were almost 85% of the people got it right or something. And I was like, man,
Fuck.
we live here. You know, like, I just remember being like, we really don't know sports. Like
Yeah,
that
no.
fact, I feel like it's gotta be
That's the
somewhere.
only thing that we're lacking on our team. Like if we had a fifth mind that was good at sports, then
know,
I
like,
think
some
we could like easily win. I don't
Yeah.
want to get too cocky.
No,
But
I
I
know
feel
soccer.
like-
I know the game of soccer, and I
go
know
ahead.
that's it. I played soccer since I was like 5, and then I stopped. But if you ask me any question about maybe the U.S. women's national team from like the 2000s, maybe let's hope for one of those questions. like literally all day before trivia, I'll just like be listening to stuff throughout the day. Be like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe this will come into hand, into use.
Yeah. I mean, we've gotten a few sports questions right just by guessing. We got the Super Bowl one right last week.
Yes.
Where it was like the first woman referee was for what
Yes.
sports
Big
final.
sports event final, yeah.
And it was the Super Bowl. That was a guess.
And we got it right.
And we did get it right.
Which I feel like I knew. I just remember seeing a lot of stuff about women referees that year.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Why do I kind of want to make t-shirts? Like Lads on Tour t-shirts.
The airbrushy ones?
Like
Like at
we could
Walmart?
make like a really dorky Lads on Tour t-shirt.
I'm down, dude. I made t-shirts for, like, I was that girl in high school that was like
Yeah.
annoying. Like when we had our senior trip, I put like, kiss me, I'm a grad. And I was like, ew, I'm not going to kiss anyone, but I wore it everywhere. And I literally printed, kiss me. Like I did it. And no, I'm a t-shirt girl.
I think it would
Fully.
be so fun and we can show up one week just like, wait, the first game of the next season.
Oh my God.
So it'll be like 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now. Show up all wearing Lads on Tour t-shirts.
We better be good that night too. Like, why just be so bad? But honestly, that'd be funny. Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Listen, we're trying to attract the eye of other trivia teams. They should fear us. We need to be remembered.
Kingsman. I know like one team name. That's all. Like,
Calling you out. Kingsman, we are challenging you directly. We're coming for your throne.
honestly, those are just the people that I know that I see every time. So you're the ones. Sorry.
So, Alex and I met last summer at a parade event.
It was a
believe it or not.
rager. Do you remember that?
There was a lot of fucking people
It
there.
was like a lot
I was
of people.
so stressed out.
So stressed out.
I went with my friend Rachel and we walk in, I'm looking around. I know not one single fucking person. And I'm looking at Rachel. I'm like, do you know these people? Like, these are all supposedly New York City influencers. And I don't recognize one single fucking person. I'm like, who are these people? Fucking, I don't know anyone. Rachel was like, they're all TikTokers. And I was like, well, apparently I'm not immersed in the New York City TikTok world.
Even I wasn't. Like, I walked in And I was so nervous. That was like my first social outing in so long. Like, I had not been out in a long time before that. Like, it was long. And I was like, oh gosh. I walk in and I didn't follow her at the time. Now I know who she is, but she had 1 million followers on TikTok at that point. But the first person who I wanted to was Deanna. I don't understand the ooh-ooh-ta-da. Like,
no fucking clue.
She does her outfit of the day. Super cute. She just moved to LA for her boyfriend. Great. She's on Broadway and like she tries out for Broadway stuff. She's great. Anyways, she runs up to me because I'm wearing my pink cowboy boots that slap, you know. She runs up. She's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like the nicest person on earth. But it's my first social event, so I'm like very over. I was like, "Oh my god!" You know, I just like kind of black out the whole thing because like I don't know what I just said to this woman, and she was so nice to me. And she's so pretty. Help me. And then someone goes, "Do you know who that is, right?" Like the minute I stopped that interaction, someone's like, "You know who that is, right?" I was like, what? No. Who? They're like, she has like 1 million followers. You know when people do, and I'm like, oh, cool. Did I look like an idiot? You know, and then I get in line for a drink. And I immediately run into, and I love Kate, Big Daddy Kate. She does like the eating videos.
Yeah, I met Kate that day. I had never met Kate before then.
No, I was in line for, and again, so one thing about me, I've met many celebrities in New York City, unfortunately, on the streets. And every time I black out, and say something like have an outer body experience. I'll just be like, and just say words that I hate. So I went up to Kate and I don't even know what I said. I said, I think I'm the biggest Big Daddy there ever was. I love you so much. And I just kept talking. And I was like, I hate myself, Alex, stop talking. And then after that, I was like, I'm not speaking for the rest of the night. And I went like upstairs. But then I met you and Rachel. Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to chill. I'm going to settle in. And I'm not going to look around anymore or try to talk to people I don't know.
I like literally, that was my first influencer event that I had ever went to.
Same.
And I'm like shy situationally. Cause like I love talking to people. I'm great one-on-one. Yeah. Put me in a group. I'm fucking useless. I will sit there and just like smile and giggle. And that's it. And so that whole night I felt like I was just like smiling and giggling and was like, oh my God, I'm literally losing it. I know not one single person here.
And there were so many people.
The place was
I would like
packed.
Look and be like, don't know them.
I never even got a drink because there was like the line to get a drink was so astronomical.
No, I got a water because I was just like, this is safe
right.
enough.
I got a boozy popsicle.
Yeah, that's all I got. And it like melted before I even got to like finish. I was like, okay, I can do this. And like we got that one seat upstairs. I was like, thank God. I'm like, you need a seat. I'm like, if I'm not gonna know anyone around here, like I'm gonna be comfortable.
It's wild, like how vast the like TikTok influencer world is though, because I'm like, I know who the like New York YouTube creators are for sure, and there's like names that stand out to me, but like New York TikTok creators, like I feel like I only know a handful, but there's so many.
There's like so many niches. I feel like of specific even style. You know, there's like so many specific style creators of subsects of TikTok that you're like. Oh, like and then even seeing the photos of that they posted like the few days after, I'm like, oh my God, like there were this happened. Like I feel like I didn't even see half these people, and I'm like, I was there, I swear. Like it was insane.
But yeah, that's how we met. That's the story, and then we just kept hanging out.
Look at us now. Now we do trivia, lads.
The lads,
and it's so great.
One of the things that Alex and I talk about a lot is how we wish that there was a social media category at trivia because we would do really good at it.
So bad. Like just, or like a 2010, like 2015, 2013 and up.
Yeah.
They could just be like,
right.
What happened
like
these
random,
years?
Like more current knowledge, but like obscure current knowledge.
Exactly. Which is meant for like, sorry. If you don't know it, like where were you? So,
and
like,
I just feel like a lot of these teams at trivia would not know it because they're too busy thinking like, oh, I've got to have the classical knowledge. Exactly. Whereas we have the more obscure niche, present day references.
We were kids on the we're kids on YouTube in the middle school.
Yeah.
We know stuff that you don't.
Explain the cultural impact of your favorite problematic.tumblr.com.
The fact that I was like on Tumblr. Like when I say the year, because I'm 27, and I'm like, oh my God, I was on Tumblr in literally 2012 when it was bad, you know. And I was like, yes,
it was like what mental damage was done throughout those years,
dude. Like the worst mental damage, and like the people who like the fact that Barbie, like who I see on Euphoria now, like she was everywhere on
know.
Tumblr. And like I disconnected so hard that I was like, I used to like obsess over this girl, and now I'm like, wait, this is the same person. It is a different world.
I know.
Side bangs though, I wanted them so bad. Like the cool.
Oh yeah.
And then like the twee skirts, and then the I really wanted tights that had like printed stuff on it, but my mom was like, absolutely not, Alex, looks like there's stuff on your legs. I'm like, what? No.
Galaxy leggings.
Oh my god.
A time.
Dude.
That was a time.
I was so into Tumblr, I used to post like I was really, I was an English major, so like very into like literature. I'd post like would never even read the books. It'd be like E.E. Cummings and one of those like sepia tone like overhead things with like, it was so bad. Like I never even read the book, but I was like, this quote speaks to me, or like, I just like repen it. It's like, yeah, it's repen. I'm like, I got like 7 repens. it's like I never even read that shit. Like I don't even know it. Like
yeah. I had like 18 fucking blogs. I went through a few years ago and deleted all of them because I was like, I don't need to remember this section of time. I had like a One Direction blog, and then I had a fashion blog, and then I had a personal blog, and then I had a fucking whatever blog, I had a YouTube blog. Like there was just too fucking many.
I loved it. That was the blogging time. My ex-boyfriend's older sister had a blog that I followed, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna make a blog. And so then I started blogging. I'm like, nothing happens in my life. And then I was just like, also no one reads these, and so then I just stopped. But then my high school, like when I was like at the very tail end of high school, someone created a Tumblr page. It was a burn book.
Oh no.
And it was like, luckily I was one of those people, just a people pleaser, just too nice to everyone to like ever be polarizing, really. You know what I mean? That I played soccer, did my work, went home, and my mom was like, just be good. That so much so later on someone DM'd like multiple girls like, thank you so much for making the kind burn book. Like someone made like a nice version, and someone thought it was me that made it. Like several girls thought I did. I was like, I love y'all, but I did not make that. Actually, I've been like knees deep in this other burn book, like talking shit about all of y'all that I'm like, whoa. But
that's wild.
And it was like you know how you could format, you know, like, and it'd be like, oh, like each name would be like, you know, God. The name, and then I would have been terrified. I'm so glad that didn't happen at my school. It was so bad.
I mean, like so Ask bad. FM or not. It was Formspring at the time, not Ask FM.
I was about to say Formspring is what it was called.
Yeah, yes. It was. I never had one because I just knew that I would be bullied.
No, I did not.
I knew that people were gonna send me the nasty shit, so I never made one. But I remember seeing other people like post on Formspring, and I remember being at sleepovers where other girls would be like typing to other people and like submitting nasty things, and I was like always too afraid to like disagree with people and be like, you guys shouldn't do that. So I would just like sit there silently, and I wouldn't do it myself. Like, but I would just watch other people do it.
I was in broadcast club in high school, which was like we made all the commercials and videos and did that, and so, but we also had, like a group of people and guys and friends who I would do a similar thing. They just love to kind of bully people and ask questions that were just downright like, what? Like there was this guy, my best friend was dating at the time. Instead of his real name, they call him Brock because he just seemed like a Brock because he was like on the football. He played baseball. He was like, but his name was like, his name's Colby. I'm like, he's not gonna listen to this. His name's Colby, but like no one in the club could ever remember. He was like, his name's Brock, and they would ask like the worst things about this kid, and I'm just like, we assume because he's on the baseball team and that he's a guy and that he's like can handle all these bullying questions, but they would just go in, and I'd be there like, and I'm like, Brooke, you might need to check out on your boyfriend, okay? Like I would literally be like maybe text him because like I think he might be getting bullied bad, and I know by who. That's so no, but funny. I remember that bad. And like I never made one either because I was like, my mom also was that. She's like, she was so like bullied in high school that she was like, never talk shit, never do this, stand by, just say no. Just if you're talking shit, be like, I don't know. Be like, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know. I'm like, okay. So I just played the most like, who? What? Huh? Anytime I could, and downloaded nothing. Yeah. Because also I also was bullied from the ages, 5 till I was 13, and that does something to you. You just
absolutely
don't
does.
Download apps where people give their free will opinion on you.
Exactly. I remember when Formspring it started to get big. Like, I feel like it was probably like end of 7th grade for me, and at that point I had been bullied for the last 2 years in person and on Facebook. So I was like, listen, people were already making statuses about me. They wouldn't tag me, but they would like describe me. Like it would
Like
be
subtweeting before
me.
subtweeting
Yeah,
was
they would post on Facebook about me. They'd like describe everything about me. It was boys. It was always boys.
Say like what?
It's so fucked up looking back on it. And it was never girls. Girls were
beat some
never mean
asses,
to me.
yeah.
It was always the boys that I went to school with. They would write like the nastiest Facebook statuses about me. And then they'd have like everyone else in the grade trying to guess who they were talking about underneath the status.
We're gonna find
and
you
it was
and
so
kill
obvious
you.
that it was about me. Like for me reading it. Like I remember reading
You're
the
like-
statuses being like, well, obviously they're talking about me.
And you're like,
So when Formspring came out, I was like, listen,
this is an open door. Why?
they don't need any other route of
Outlets.
talking to me.
No.
They can message me directly on Facebook or say it to my face.
Good
I
Lord.
can't deal with the anonymity. But anyways, the reason why I
Yes.
bring up the fact that we both like are like deeply immersed in the world of social media
Yes.
is that I feel like there is some current drama that we need to weigh in on.
So much.
The people need to hear our thoughts on this current drama.
I agree.
Because we are fully plugged in.
Fully.
We know what's going on.
Fully.
So to start, I wanted to talk about what's been going on TikTok with Gabby Hanna.
Yes.
As a brief recap, basically Gabby has been posting hundreds of videos where she is going on these nonsensical tirades where she's claiming to be the rebirth of Jesus. She's saying racist shit, homophobic shit, transphobic shit, just like
Everything.
off the walls. It's really bad. And nobody really knows what's going on. If people are hypothesizing that she may be in a state of psychosis, that, you know, she's in the midst of a mental health crisis and we're just watching this all play out. There are other hypotheses. There are other hypotheses that this is just like all for attention
To, like,
and
get more
for
views and
yeah.
because people say she's done stuff.
She's
in
done
the
similar
past
things in the
and
past.
stuff, and
This seems significantly worse.
I was gonna say,
But it is hard to tell as like an outside viewer what exactly is going on.
yes, like very.
The most interesting part about this story to me though was in the middle of, you know, the hundreds of TikToks that she was posting, there's this guy who shows up at her front door. He is a random guy from TikTok that has taken it upon himself it's just like unreal. So he took it upon himself to do something, whatever that means, because he was like, you know, everyone on TikTok is watching her go through all this stuff and everyone keeps saying someone needs to go do something, and I didn't see anyone doing anything, so I decided that I was going to do something. He Googled her address, shows up at her front door, and asks her if he can go to the bathroom. Yeah. So then he enters her house and he asks to pray with her, I guess. They pray with each other and then they just like become besties.
I didn't know this part. I won't lie. I didn't know they prayed together.
They
What?
prayed together.
Wait,
and
where did you hear that? Where did you see that? She talked about it?
she talked about it, yeah.
I must have skipped that video.
And so then Gabby's posting a ton of videos of them like dancing in the mirror together, like just like having these weird conversations, and then he's posting videos like just documenting the interior of her house.
There's like a pan of her bedroom, right?
Weird
Like,
as fuck. Like they're like, I was watching this in real time, just like refreshing as everything's going live, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like one of the craziest things I've ever seen happen on the internet before.
no, fully.
And so then like after an hour of him being in her house, she, I guess, starts reading TikTok comments and sees that people are like, he's recording inside your house, like he knows who you are, and she calls him out. She yells at him. She's like, get out of my house. I know that you know who I am. Get out. So he leaves, and
On a video, we saw that.
it's like crazy.
saw that.
This is wild that we like have access to
Yeah.
this.
We saw her be like, you know who I am.
Yeah.
I know you know. And I was like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
And
oof.
so then he leaves and he's at a gas station on TikTok live for a little while, and everyone's fighting with him being like, this is so wrong that you did this.
So messed
You
up.
can't just fucking Google people's houses, go to their house, and then enter under false pretenses because you think that you are
saving or doing or
like, I don't even understand the thought process. Like, there's just so many levels of fucked up.
He also was like, what should I do while I'm here? Remember when he was like, he's in the house, he's like, so y'all said I should help, so I'm here. And it's like,
no one said that.
Whoa. Okay.
Absolutely no person said that.
No one said that.
Well,
And
it's just like it's kind of crazy, like, to be sitting there and he's like, well, everyone on TikTok was saying someone had to do something, so I decided that I was going to. I Googled her address because nobody was. And it's like, how do you know that nobody was? You are a stranger on the internet. You have no idea what her friends and family are doing behind the scenes.
Oh, also, it was like he was out at a bar. Like, I looked at the videos before this. Like, people were saying he was out right before. It's like, was he just like, I'm gonna
might as well
pull through? You knew what you were doing.
Wild.
And then everyone on his case afterwards asking questions. He's like, I'm not gonna get in trouble. She invited me in. It's like, but how do you know her address? How did you get there, sir? Like, why are you there?
Right. And like, why do you feel like you are
this is your place
as a stranger on the internet who doesn't know her, that she doesn't know, to help her when she's in this clearly
crisis,
very
whatever
bad mental state?
And like, he's holding, and he says later, he's like, I was trying to find her medicine or something. He was like, I was trying to be there to get her medicine. And in that video, like where she kicks him out, he's like holding up something, and it's like, that's not, if your goal there was to try to help her locate her medicate, like, what? It's just insane. It's obviously he was looking for some attention.
Well, and you know what? I think that's been confirmed because in the days that have followed, he's made video after video defending the way he acted entering her home, trying to do something. Clearly has no ability to self-reflect, which is funny because that's the Gabby Hanna disease.
And she now is aware that like someone has been breaking into her home, and she's over here being like, the police, like, I told them someone broke into my home yesterday, and it's like, and people are like, will you let him in? But and then she's commenting to that, to where I'm like, oh, there is something coming.
But he added in like the last 48 hours management to his TikTok bio. Did you see that? No. He has a management email now, which is like the funniest part of this whole thing to me, because it's like, he enters her home under false pretenses, acts to the internet like he's just a guy who was trying to help her, trying to do good. And then just a few days later, he has a management email pop up in his TikTok bio.
You are kidding me.
You
I'm gonna find
motherfucker.
What?
Isn't that wild?
I just don't understand. How many days? I'm like trying to find the day he went there and how many days it's been, but it's like, I know, in the past 5 days, he was there 5 days ago, he's been emailing people, like getting management. I'm sorry, like, you're over here being like, hi. He's like,
I want to know how that happened
within
like,
5 days,
because I struggle to believe that there are management companies like, let me sign this kid right now.
Yeah, like, you're about to be served something, right? Like, her lawyers are like, she has some kind of legal, like, what? Like, how could 5 days ago, sir, like, literally, I'm looking, okay, 5 days ago, Nick, here you are. And now you have management? What? Management for what? What's your content? Breaking into people's homes? Like, what are you going to do?
That's the only thing that's on his page. Literally, the only content on his page is him breaking into Gabby Hanna's home. Now he has management. For what? For what?
Whoa. Management. And what? Who is it? Do you know the manager? What's the manager?
No,
does it seem like a like, you know,
I wonder, good it's just representation. Him with a new email.
So maybe it's him. Maybe it's his place. He's like really promoting his.
So funny.
He's a manager. Who knows?
It's actually my second job. But I thought that was like the most insane.
He's great. Yeah, that's
showcasing of like the darkness of parasocial relationships that we have like ever seen on the internet.
The darkest of dark.
There's been a lot of like really weird parasocial stuff that's happened online, but this is top 5 for sure.
Holy smokes. And I do want, like, you know how, like, you wonder when you have one viral video, you have a viral video, your notifications go off, right? Yeah. Wonder what this man's, is he like pooping his pants? Like, oh my God. Like, is he just like, but he must be just so on a high of like, I'm famous, that he must not be looking at the negative comments. Cause like,
they're
dude,
like all negative.
That's what I'm saying.
Not? They're like all negative with like a sprinkle of people being like, make sure her cats are fed.
Okay. I'm about to say, have you checked the cat's hand? Gabby, check the cat. So
like
TikTok commenters saying that. It's like
People
when
are wild.
when they're like, I'm having the worst day. Like when people always are like, I could be saying I have the worst day of my life, and you're asking me where my shoes are from, and it's like Gabby Hanna's having a like actual like crisis herself, and you're like, are your cats okay? It's like,
right.
Of course we care about cats at any time. We care about cats, but it's like we have a human in front of us expressing hardship.
She's clearly struggling right now. Whatever it is, we don't know the details, but whatever it is, it's not looking good right now.
No, feed those cats though, okay? It's like, it's just the craziest.
It's like you're also assuming that she's not. Like you're like, fucking break into her home and feed those cats. You're like assuming that she's not.
God, I know. It's like she's probably feeding the cats, right?
Not the number one concern of TikTok audiences. Shouldn't be at this current moment.
Especially when the content matter is like the second coming of Jesus.
You're right. We've got other things.
Yeah.
No, I've like over the last few days, I've stopped like keeping up as closely with what's going on because it feels like there's not gonna be like clean resolution in the way, because at some point like she had stopped posting for like a significant period of time, and I think everyone kind of thought, okay, someone has stepped in to take care of this, we won't be
fully
hearing from her for a while.
Yep.
But now it feels like that is not going to happen, and we're just going to continue seeing this type of posting, and it's hard to watch.
I know. Also, like, to trust, like, it's like nerve-wracking, and I know this sounds like, and I see it in the comments too, but it's like, we're all watching this? Like, are we all going to see this? Like, are we going to see something that we don't? And it's like, are we? And then I've stopped too, because I just like, or not as much, I haven't stopped, I'm not going to lie, but just less frequent checking.
Right.
But I do
just,
hope
it's hard to
coming through.
Watch.
Yeah, it is. Especially like the new ones that are her just watering stuff, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
what?
Doing like that she's like water bending,
and people are like, you're not even a water sign. That's what I see in like, again, TikTok commenters are like, not again worried about the action. They're like, you're not even a water sign, Gabby. And they're like,
she's like, life is an Aquarius, and they're like, Aquarius isn't a water sign. It's like, fucking girl thinks she's controlling water with her mind right now. Why do you give a fuck that she's wrong thinking Aquarius is a water sign?
Did you see this? I was like, huh, well, that's what and I'm over here like, she's like, when you were a kid and you first learned about the hose and you're like, cool. Yeah. It's like, when you're 30 years old, you aren't going to be over here like that's what I'm looking at. Like,
she's like discovering water pressure for the first time.
You put your thumb on it. Honestly, that's what I'm like, but then they're like, water signs, idiot.
You're a fucking Aquarius. It's an air sign, you stupid idiot.
But that's what TikTok. Yeah. That's why I love it. But no, I do really hope. I don't know what I hope. I know. I'm a nosy person at heart, so I just hope I just hope to get information at the end of the day. I know. I want to tell all on YouTube at the end of the day.
I hope that she remains safe, and that 1,000%. There is 1,000%. Wherever this goes, I hope that there is like a safe ending to this. I hope that someday we'll be able to hear like some apologies for the things that were said during this assumed state of psychosis. Don't know if we'll ever see those. I don't think I've ever heard Gabby Hanna apologize for anything on the internet, so I don't know if that's in her nature just in general. No. But we shall see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, well, no, I've never seen one either, but time will tell.
Yeah, and I think I'm more interested in what's going to happen with the guy that broke into her house.
No, I am too.
Like, is
he going to get served some legal
paper? Is he going to be punished at all for what he did? Is he just going to like ride this increased amount of attention? How long will this amount of attention last? Will he ever come to his senses and reflect on the fact that what he did was wrong, or is he just gonna like lean into like self-righteousness and thinking that this extreme parasocial relationship that he has with Gabby Hanna is in some way
real and justified?
Yeah,
for his and justifies his actions.
Right.
Just right. I think it's that one.
Yeah.
But just because mainly action so far, but I feel like there's got to be Just got to be a come down from him at some point.
Yeah.
Because Gabby, I mean, he can't ride her coattails for too much longer.
Right.
Or else I'm like, what's his content gonna? I want to be like, what's your content gonna be?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. What do you do, dude? You fashion? You magic?
He just
What
comes
is it?
up doing fit videos.
Say, yeah.
This is the outfit that I wore to break into Gabby Hanna's house.
ASOS, Zara, or like just like.
Use code Gabby Hanna.
God, time will tell, Nick. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I'll be watching. All right, next order of business. Sydney Sweeney
Oh,
and her family's
60th or her mom's 60th.
hoedown 60th birthday celebration.
Yeehaw!
So basically, for her mom's 60th birthday, they did like a hoedown party. Sydney is dressed in her cute little outfit, and some of her relatives were wearing
Got some photos right here.
Blue Lives Matter shirts and like parody MAGA hats. Interesting choice of clothing. And Sydney had posted some of these pictures on her Instagram, and then her brother posted more pictures on his Instagram as well. So everyone is seeing all these photos of Sydney Sweeney at her family's party, posing with, family members wearing Blue Lives Matter and, MAGA hats. So super not a good look. And so people were mad and they started calling her out. And Sydney responded by saying,
This lovely tweet. You guys, this is wild, period. I'm going to put the punctuation because I feel like that's important. You know what I mean? An innocent celebration for my mom's milestone 60th birthday has turned into an absurd political statement, which was not the intention, period. Please stop making assumptions. Much love to everyone. Heart. And happy birthday, Mom. First of all.
yeah,
What?
I don't get this whatsoever.
Also, I hate putting blame, like, I feel like PR 101, not that I'm in PR at all, so if you're in PR, tell me if I'm wrong, but putting the blame on the audience to have perceived your photos of MAGA hats and Blue Lives Matter shirts as, you guys are taking this the wrong way.
Right. So, like, you guys created some absurd political statement.
Perception of me.
You made the political statement. Whether you intended to or not is not the question here. You made the statement.
But your family intended to because they showed up in those things.
Right.
Like, hello.
And like, I don't know. My thing is like, so let's assume that Sydney Sweeney disagrees with
which
her
is possible.
parents.
Like, I'm from the South. This happens, right?
Sure.
Like, you see people who are like, yeah, she's socially liberal, but her family is, Republican fiscally, but she votes blue.
Right. Let's say that Sydney Sweeney is very liberal and it's just her parents or her extended family members that are, Trumpsters. Right. Two things.
To the max, by the way.
Right. Two things here. One, why would you post photos that included their viewpoint and paraphernalia on your Instagram?
Right there.
Like, I feel like I don't, like, I have, most of my family is liberal. I have one family member that I know supported Trump. I'm not close with him.
I know exactly the family members who support Trump for me, and they're step family members.
Yeah.
And I don't speak to them.
Yeah, no. I don't have a relationship with him.
Easy.
If I just wouldn't, if he was around me, if we took a family photo and he was wearing a MAGA hat, I for sure wouldn't post it.
Fully not.
Like, because in my head, I'd be like, that is so disgusting to me. I find that so utterly unforgivable that I don't want that associated with me, even if it's like somebody else. It's not me directly. Like, I don't even want that fucking close to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we can, listen, I don't think that everybody has to like exile their Republican family members. I would, but I mean, I'm not gonna judge other people if like their entire family is Republican and they want to be close with family members and not have to like blow up every close relationship that they've known their whole lives. Totally. And I assume that they'll have conversations in private, that they'll
hope
try
they
to
bring
like
stuff up that when they can and they see that like behavior exhibited, you like bring that shit up.
They'll
Hopefully
assuming,
they do.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, assume that you're having conversations with your family members, that you're trying to bring some sort of light to their way of thinking, but ultimately you're not going to start fights at a birthday party, and you're just going to like go along with it for the sake of your mom, just to give her a happy birthday, whatever. I can give you that. Why would you post it on Instagram?
Right. Like even like I have like a very like I am from a very southern place, right? I have like where like I remember this one 4th of July. I went to the beach, and people at the beach will choose to bring flags and things or represent their viewpoints. Like if you're on a boat, if you're on the beach, they'll be like, back then, this was what I think 2012 or 2013, where Trump obviously wasn't there, but the Confederate flag for some reason in the South tends to be something people think they can just slap wherever they'd like to. And then I am a Mexican American woman. My whole half my family is Mexican. I'm like very aware of what the Confederate flag represents, even though half my town was like, here we go. But like in the background of photos, I remember like on Facebook where like I was taking a picture with my friend thinking I'm in the water. In the background, there's a Confederate flag, and I literally have like, I refuse to like, I'm not going to put that online. / even to this day, I'm like, in my hack, I'm like, man, is there a tagged, like, am I tagged in a photo at home where like there's a flag in the background that like could possibly be associated with me, and that even like brings like things I'm like, I would hate that, to where like, the association factor, even like you're posting that. It's not even like a tagged photo, which obviously like whatever, but you're choosing to put
when
that forward,
you're the one that's posting it. It's like you're not embarrassed enough about this for me.
That's what I'm saying. It's like exactly. I'm like, you're not at all,
right? Like especially being someone with Sydney Sweeney's level of fame, you think
and the show she's on, you think, like,
right?
I'm sorry, but like the topics they bring up and discuss, and the people they even show on that show is like really great. I feel like first of all, they like they feel like it's a very heavy show. I won't lie to you, I can't watch that show when I'm feeling bad. I gotta wait till I'm feeling good because I get down fast. But there's real shit on there, and like I don't know, like how can you post that? I don't know.
It's confusing to me. It feels like you should be a little bit more socially aware, right? Or like conscious of what you're posting and how that represents you.
My also question is like, don't they have? And again, I don't know celebrities like social media like things, but like don't they have people who like approve or like maybe say like when you're thinking of times of just like, okay, I need a second opinion on this. That's a time I feel like you're like you bring in a second opinion from your team, right?
Right.
No, like if I were in that position where like again, even like say so, like I have this like I'm like, oh god, what if there's a tag photo of me and there's like a Confederate flag, and one day I'm like someone like at my job, I'm someone important, like I'm high up at my position, and someone sees that. I literally think about that stuff at night, and I'm so aware, and it's like she's not thinking about a photo she's posting herself to Twitter with words behind it.
And like, let's say she totally disagrees with her parents and then just made like a rogue mistake posting this. Didn't think, had a moment, goofed. Why wouldn't you go on Twitter and be like, I do not hold those views?
Just so y'all know, that's
point
my mom
blank,
and dad.
period. My viewpoints do not align with the viewpoints of my family. I talked to them in private about it, but I wasn't going to cause a scene at a birthday party. I missed this in the photo. Like, I do not make any mistake in thinking that those are my viewpoints.
Right.
She didn't really make clear in that statement that those views were not in alignment with her own, which to me...
Stop making assumptions, what she said.
Stop making assumptions, right? Which is what? Which assumption? Well, can you clarify a little bit more here?
Also, followed by the much love to everyone gives me that like all sides shit. You know when people are like, both sides are it's like much love to everyone. Like no, because this is the it's like your family's like so. Them wearing Blue Lives Matter, them wearing that is not much love to everyone. It's actually showing they only love white people who fit their specific mold of what America is. And then the minute you're called out for it, you're like, but I love you all. But I'm not saying who.
Right.
Who?
Yeah.
What?
I just feel like if you were called out for that the way that Sydney Sweeney was, if in my head, if you actually were super liberal, you would be like, oh my God, I can't let people think that I'm a Republican for even one fucking second.
Like,
let me set this straight right now and say, these viewpoints are not my own.
Right.
The fact that she was unclear about it made me go, oh,
whoa,
yikes.
And also, like, she's never thought about this. It's interesting coming from a family that you're aware that those
Right.
those are radical standpoints, okay?
Yeah.
You're aware your family has those, and you've never thought about that with your career of, like, what you do. Like, you're an actress who, like, is on Euphoria.
Yeah.
Like, a very, like, not to mention White Lotus, which the whole, like, premise of that show is showing how, like, tone deaf white people are in Hawaii, right? And where it's like, oh, wait, so, girl, it's not, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, I guess, from, like, your roles. Like, what? Because that's what it's feeling like. Because as some, like, again, born this out, like, and, like, I always tell people, like, even when I was in school, like, I was born into, like, the one blue household in a sea of red where I was from. Like, it's insane. But I surely know, I guess if I was an actress and I knew my family had some ties to the alt-right, I'd be like, y'all, sorry.
Right.
Don't speak for them, but I speak from, like, a harsh line.
Yeah, be a little bit more conscious of that.
I would.
And
Personally.
which I feel like this to me says that at worst, she holds those same viewpoints, and at best, she's indifferent.
Fully. Yeah.
So I'm like, this isn't good either way. This looks bad either fucking way. Because if she was like super against this, I just feel like she would have made it more clear that she was against this.
No, yeah. It's like she
even like
care.
with the benefit of the doubt, like let's say this was a huge mistake, that statement
It's like,
like secured it to me that like she's just kind of indifferent about this. She doesn't get it.
No. Happy birthday, Mom. At the end of that statement, not even like a specific statement for the like.
And I just it did bother me how she put it on the audience
So
there
flippant.
to be like, you guys are turning
You
this into
assume
something it
this.
isn't. You're making assumptions. You're turning
Cut
this
that
into
out.
a political statement. And it's like, hello? She like had an opportunity to sort of like dig herself out of the hole, and she like fully didn't utilize it, which is a red flag to me.
In a few days, I feel like I've been on like seeing all the discourse about it too. Like it's just like people. I feel like people give you time. People give you time to redeem yourself now a little bit. Like after like everything.
Because I'm like, listen, I feel like I'm a reasonable person. Like I'm not going to judge someone if like your family, your parents hold different views than you.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, don't you want to make it clear that those views are not your views? The fact that you don't is like bad to me.
It is. It's like you don't even have to. Like, are you afraid to tell your parents? Like, just don't tell them. Just tweet it. Like, I don't know. Like, and even that's like, it's more like, do your parents think you're
right?
And I do wonder that. Like, sometimes I'm like, and other people, not just famous people, like, are there people who like your parents think you're like really conservative, and then in your real life you're like, JK guys, like, this is not it. Like,
I wonder if she's just trying to like stay neutral to like try to like appease the masses and like, you know, cater to those of her supporters or fan base that is conservative. But I think that's like the dumbest thing you can do as someone in the spotlight. Like, I don't think that playing neutral helps anybody
or yourself.
Wouldn't you feel better being like true to yourself and garnering a fan base based off of people who truly fuck with you and like align with you beyond just the characters that you play?
Yes.
I don't know. I just feel like for me, and maybe it's different because it's like people know me because of me. People know Sydney Sweeney because of the characters she plays.
Yeah, exactly.
But in my head, I'm like, I wouldn't want, like, I have no desire to have conservatives like me. I don't want you to like me.
I feel like in so like, what was it? Yeah, 2020. I'm like, when was the pandemic's going on forever? And 2020 was like peak. I am from, like I said, a very southern, very conservative place. And, you know, obviously before then, like, people know how I feel, like, very, like, obviously, but like, maybe not to like, it was so, I didn't stop talking about it, you know, like after 20, it's like, you can't stop. Like, it's like, you're going to hear about it, especially like the more like I post and the more that, I guess, annoying I got. I watched, I think, people from my hometown in college. I lost, I think, 300 to 400 followers from my hometown in college in between 2020 to 2021. And I was like, but I'm like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want to follow, like, and I guarantee you don't follow y'all. Like, so it's like, in what world? And at first I was like, because when you see those numbers, like going down fast, and at that point I didn't make content. I was just straight up living life as a person and just saying what I thought, you know, and I watched that happen. I was like, holy smokes. Whoa. And like watching 400 people just go off when you only have like 1,200 followers, you're like, wow. Okay. But again, like, you don't want those people sticking around. I know you don't agree, and I don't agree with you. And those are things that I don't like. Agreeing on people's existences isn't something I'm like down to like argue on anymore.
Right. If you disagree on that, like, I just would rather you fucking hate me. Yeah. Like, unfollow me. Fully. Stop fucking, you're not welcome here. Like, actively, I fucking hate you. Fully. Sorry.
Like, don't, I mean, especially coming around, like, people would, like, Trump's first campaign was built off of building that wall, right? The slogan where I am a Mexican-American woman. Yeah. Among all these rich white women saying, like, who went along with that rhetoric. And I'm over here like, I see all of you. When you graduate, it's like, when I graduated, just a mass unfollowing of, or like, even, or just when you, because I graduated happened to be the 2017 time when he was inaugurated. So it just happened to be like, well, gonna unfollow everyone who I came out to be mega hateful. Right. But it's easy to do when you realize who actually falls in what camp very clearly.
Yeah, it's extremely easy to be like, I want nothing to do with you. So yeah, it's interesting when celebrities are not, they would rather remain neutral.
And it's even like within the liberal, like, so like my family's always been like very liberal, like even in my town, but like I am probably the most, like, my views are way, I think, more left than the rest of my family, and we all agree on the same stuff. But even that, I get in fights with my mom and my dad over like, how can you say this? And we agree on who, we all voted for the same, like, I mean, obviously there was only like one person to vote for. So it's like, you know, but then I'm frustrated with their viewpoints.
I know. I feel the same way. But that was not handled the way that it should have been. I find it very suspicious.
Very suspicious. Yeah. Especially because, again, hopefully you got a team. What's your team saying? Right. I'm always a team. I'm like, PR. There's got to be, and I've already seen several TikToks of people breaking it down on TikTok. Like, PR. Let me break this down for you as a prior PR professional.
I saw some people give like good like mock PR answers, like what they would have wrote instead, and I was like, that sounds great.
Way better
than what she wrote.
Because she totally must have just been like, I'm still at the birthday party, so I wrote real fast. I don't know, right? Like, she put that in her notes real fast. I don't know.
Yeah, fucking hell. It's really bad. It was a major loss for the big boobs community. It's felt around the world. So, next topic of conversation.
I'm scared about this one.
So, last week on my pod, I talked about Addison Rae's family and the absolute mess that her parents are.
Oh my God, that poor girl.
I like genuinely feel bad for Addison.
No, I do too.
There's been a little bit of escalation, a minor update to the story now that we're covering it.
Well, you've probably seen it.
This is a news channel.
You might have seen it, maybe not.
So, Young Gravy took Addison Rae's mom to the VMAs last night. And there is a video. It's like the camera is on Nicki Minaj when she's on the stage and she's talking. And in the background, you can see a blurred Young Gravy and Addison Rae's mom making out in the middle of the VMAs audience while the cameras are rolling.
Here we go. Young Gravy.
Fucking wild.
No. I'm finding the video now. If I was
Addison Rae, I would literally fucking...
I'd be throwing up. I'm a puker. I'd be like, ooh, no.
I would be gone girling my parents right now if I was Addison Rae.
Fully. The letter's like, you thought you knew me. You have no fucking idea. I'm about to go
horrifying.
Oh my God, I see it.
Oh, like I'm fully like team Addison Rae from now on.
Me
her
too.
Parents have put her through enough. All of a sudden, I'm like, anything Addison Rae does, I'm like, it's because her parents are fucked up.
Oh my God. They're like making out, dude. Like,
and the cameras are rolling. Like, they know that this is a live show and that fucking Nicki Minaj is
Monty
right there.
Lopez is about to go crazy.
Yeah, Monty Lopez is about to go fucking full on Hulk mode. I haven't seen
Monty Lopez.
if he has. But Monty Lopez has been calling the Hollywood fix on himself. So that guy will show up and be like, what do you think about Young Gravy, Monty? It's like fucking no shot that anyone gives a fuck. It's just him calling the Hollywood fix on himself.
Oh my god. But it's crazy because like I feel like Monty's doing so because he's made Young Gravy more like I didn't even like the Young Gravy that song whatever like I knew that but until Monty was going insane and obviously Sherry Cheryl okay make sure I was like Cheryl I was like don't want to get this wrong but I was like until he really gave him that like let's fight
right
I would not have known too much but I'm like y'all are working in like to get in tandem for this relationship to work now because Monty's only shipping it in a way that makes me want to see it more because he hates on it and then they're making out.
Yeah. And imagine being Addison's 2 younger brothers.
I was actually thinking that because like my brother, okay, I have like, and you have a younger brother. I have a younger brother. Good Lord. If he were to, and my brother's 15, how old is it? Hers was like, I remember when she was first making videos. He was young, right? Like
one of them's like
12,
young.
13.
I want to say like one of them, if I had to estimate, I think one of them is probably like 15, 16, and the other is like 13, 12.
I was about to say 12, 13, right? Because I'm like, he was like a cute little, like a cutie patoot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they must be feeling so weird, especially just with the Monty stuff.
Right.
Like being all like,
well, it's just like your so mom, like awful to like be so failed by your parents.
Fully
like
failed.
You have your sister blows up to like this level of fame and you hope that in those situations your parents can act like parents
be
to
mature
like
enough to
help
like
you navigate all of a sudden your family having this kind of spotlight on you out of like nowhere. But their parents are like worse than Addison.
Fully like I think and I say this to like I've said this to my mom before, but you know how like we're like I'm 27 or 25, right? Like millennials, like we were there before the internet was fully around.
Yeah.
Like fully. We were there. So we learned how to like do real life tasks and then we also learned how to use apps. I feel like because those people are so old, and I hate to say that, but Addison was the time she learned to adapt well with the internet age of like knowing what to believe is like real and internet safety or even just like awareness of how to present yourself. And her parents just are like fully bought into the idea of like internet stardom without like, you know, you have to touch grass every now and then and like go outside and realize like this isn't your like your parents to like 3 kids. This is not your this isn't what your life is. Like hello, but like Addison, like she was at like what she's like 21 now or 20 something. Where like she had a time where I feel like she saw the age of like social media coming, knew how to like she got on at the right time. She suddenly became like a star, hanging out with the Kardashians who know how to PR control too. So it's like, and she's like these damn noobs over here are my parents and they're making me look bad. Like I feel like that's what she feels like. Where like she's a seasoned pro, like. She's been online probably since she was like, what, 12?
Yeah.
So it's like.
I need Addison to like say something.
I need to tell her.
I wish. These fucking people that don't share their like intimate thoughts on the internet. I'm like, start sharing them. Fucking, I want to know what goes on inside that fucking head of yours.
It's like, just because you got brand deals doesn't mean you can't speak your mind.
Listen, I want the intimate details. If you're not oversharing on the internet, delete your account.
Give us a D'Amelio show or get out. Right. Because like, I gotta say, that show like
I watched the whole thing.
Me too, but it made me like, did you not go watch their content right after like to get. So it's like, you should do that, Addison.
Right.
Like, not only Addison,
show us more.
We're your older sisters. We want to see.
They had that little like Snapchat show, but it was all scripted. I watched like the first episode of it just to see what was going on, and yeah, it was like awful.
Like, I won't lie, I hate intaking Snapchat shows. Yeah, no, so do I. I mean, I produce one for like my job, and I'm just like, how do you watch? Like, I don't even know Snapchat. Like how to like
who I just like who is on Snapchat besides children and cheaters.
I do the like
no one.
I like watching the pimple popping things, and that's legit it. Like they have so many of those. Like I love Dr. Pimple Popper, but they have like satisfying beauty or gross beauty, just like things where they like pop pimples. And I also my brother's 15. Snapchat apparently is really big with that group. I'll Snapchat him because I like to communicate with youth, just him, not other youth. At all.
One youth,
my brother, and that's it.
That's so funny. Yeah, I want so badly to be in that fucking Addison Rae group chat right now.
So
I
bad.
need her to say something. I need her to like give me some sort of juice.
Something. Even just like a take. I just want like,
Right.
well, the fact, okay, her unfollowing both of them, obviously, like, even if it's just like, I mean, your therapist would straight up tell you unfollow your parents right now for your mental health. Even if it's just a mental health thing to be like, don't see this, do your life. I just need to know, like, how are you feeling?
Right.
What is your thought?
Let's get a check-in, Addison.
I want to know. But
Just
she's
DM
like,
me personally.
I feel like she's like too good. Like I honestly feel bad for her. I feel like her parents were like didn't realize how much of a star they had, and then all of a sudden they're like these like chasing the coattails reality stars, you know?
I get it.
And the real star.
I find it it's like very strange behavior.
So strange.
To be like, well, my daughter's famous on TikTok, so now I'm gonna do it too. Like, I just can't imagine having your parents react that way. Like, when I started to get followers on social media, my parents were like, what the fuck? Like, they still don't even know how to describe my job to people. Like, they'll like post about me on, like, my mom will sometimes post about me on Facebook, and her friends will comment and be like, so how does Maddie make money? And my mom will like try to explain how being an influencer works, but she's like shit at it. She has no idea how to describe what I do. It's so funny. We're like, sometimes she'll like tell people what I do and she'll explain it and it'll be like wrong. Like, she'll just be like pulling shit out of her ass.
Wrong,
I'm like, well, that's not exactly how it works.
That's fine.
But like, she's close. But I'm like, that's how parents should be, right? They should have a hard time describing what the fuck your job is.
They're Gen X, right? They don't need to know.
And like, I talk to my dad and I'll like, I'll tell him, when I was, my channel was first growing, and I would like call him every day and tell him how many subscribers I gained that day. And even now I call him like every time I get a new like brand deal that I sign. I talk to him about money all the time. He like owns his own business. And so he's very excited hearing like how I'm growing my personal business. He's like, I gotta know all about this. And sometimes he'll make jokes. He's like, well, fuck, maybe I should have made a YouTube channel. But it's like, he's joking. Imagine if he was being dead ass. Right. If he was like, I just watched my daughter like build a career off of doing social media. Now I'm gonna throw away the business that I just spent 30 years building, and I'm gonna be a menace online.
That's what I was.
That is what Addison Rae's parents just did.
There's like my next question, because so you probably get this a lot as someone who's very online, like as an adult. You are that like information supplier to like everyone, right? Like, so like when my boyfriend, he's just like, I'm like, you gotta hear about this shit, like, and he'll be like 2 days later, like, what's going on with like the Addison Rae's family, and I'm like, oh my god. And it's just like the fact that, like you said, that there was a grown person, like, and Luke's his first question always is like, doesn't he have a job? Wait, but to live in LA,
what are they doing?
To live in LA, this is my other thing, was like, you have to be making good money in their home where she was recording videos. I'm like, obviously Monty was doing well, but he was like, is he just quitting that to make
they've for
TikToks
sure
all day?
Quit their jobs at this point, or just living off Addison's money. Because like, Addison, cut him off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, be like Britney Spears had to learn the hard way. Pay for your siblings'
college.
Don't do this.
Get your brothers through college. Get them out of that house. And
cut them the
fuck your
off.
Parents. Cut your parents off. Yeah, Nick Is Not Green did a video today where he was talking about Addison Rae's father. And he said, like, it's interesting, like, that this is happening now while Jeanette McCurdy's book is also big right now. So everyone is, like, consuming the content of Addison Rae's parents and how they're acting through the lens of, like, also analyzing the parents of child stars, and how there's definitely a connection between, like, social media stars and their parents and child stars and their parents, but there's absolutely no, like, regulation in place for social media stars and how their parents act. Granted that Addison is older, and so it's not exactly the same as, like, someone who's under 18 who their parents are acting like menaces on social media, which there's a lot of those as well.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still, it like brings up a similar
and
thought.
At the same time, I'm watching the rehearsal on HBO right now with Nathan Fielder. Like, if you don't watch it, I'm in love with this man, first of all. But like the last episode especially, like, everything's obviously like meant to, like, I don't know, watch or whatever, but like it just points out how messed up child acting is, and just like this kid just gets so confused, and you're watching and you're like, oh my god, like, it just, and I've been seeing, I feel like with that show, Jeanette McCurdy's thing, and then like obviously watching Addison Rae's parents just take advantage of the platform she's created. It's like, whoa, like take a few years of therapy before you have children.
Right.
Maybe think about why you're having children. Do you want kids for your own well-being and like so like it's kind of like when you put your kid in like pageants. I feel like as a kid when you're like, what's that about?
Yeah.
Are you doing something? You seeking something? I don't know.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Back on track.
So that's a recap of what's been going on in social media this week.
Yes. We got Gabby Hanna, Sydney Sweeney, and Addison Rae's parents being nuts.
And so as you guys may or may not know, there is a question/advice box for the podcast that you can submit your stories to if you've got some drama in your friend group and you want me to tell you who's in the right and who's in the wrong.
And I'll tell you.
I will gladly do that.
I'm a girl's girl. Like that's the thing. Is like I'll be telling you who's a bitch hard.
Right. Listen, I'm
ready.
Be honest with you.
Oh, I'm excited.
So I've pulled a few different requests for advice from the box for us to answer today.
Yeesh.
So the first one that I have here says, can you please give advice on how to make friends as an adult? I lost all of my friends from high school and college, either from moving apart across the country or them getting into hard drugs while I stayed sober. I would love to be able to grab coffee or brunch with someone. Thank you.
I feel that, dude. Dude, growing apart is so hard.
It is so hard.
And as you get older too, I feel like you start realizing what your like modes / like ways of friendship are. Like, I don't know, like you learn what's for you and what's not for you, and / like making friends is so hard as an adult.
Yeah.
Like it's just not natural. Like for me at least, like I know how to be a fun going person. I know how to be a good coworker at work, but then like making long lasting friendships is tough because you're not just at school where convenience is a factor. But personally, I say the best way to make friends, I love the internet. Yeah. And I also think putting yourself out there, just being like, yeah, I'll go to this. Sure, that sounds
100%.
fun. And just trying out, even if you're scared, just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try it out.
100%. I think like meeting people through the internet is always like my number one piece of advice to people. I'm like, you don't even have to be like a mega content creator. Just post anything.
Anything.
Like I've met pretty much anyone that I've became friends with over the last 2 years. I've met them through the internet. That's like we've met on TikTok. I've seen like, oh, you're a New York fashion creator. Let's fucking hang out. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter like how many followers you have or how often you post. It's just like, oh, you have a similar interest and we live in a similar area. Great.
Yes.
And also like, don't be afraid to like talk to the people that you know online that you do like.
Yep.
Like Jordan, she's in our trivia group. Lads on tour. I actually met Jordan last summer. I
didn't know this. I'm learning this right now.
So I worked at Hero Cosmetics last year. Obviously I was making YouTube videos, but I had a full 9 to 5 job working at Hero, and we had like a pop-up sunscreen truck last summer. And I posted on my Instagram being like, I'm gonna be at this sunscreen truck by myself all day, like someone come say hi and like get free sunscreen. And Jordan showed up at the truck and introduced herself and was like, I watch your YouTube videos, I think you're so cool, do you want to get dinner sometime, like let's hang out? And I was like, let's fucking do it, Pipes. And
that's
then
so cool.
like,
look at us, we're lads.
And then all of a sudden we like just entered this beautiful, wonderful friendship. And Jordan's like one of my besties now. But it all just started because she knew who I was online. And then she came up to me at this sunscreen truck and was like, we talked for 20 minutes. And then I was like, word, yeah, let's hang out. Let's get dinner.
That's so cool.
And I've met so many people that way. Like so many of my close friends I met because they randomly stumbled across me on the internet. It's been like a great way for me to make friends.
I was like, you told me about one friend. Did you go to Desiree? Am I making a name?
Destiny.
Oh, but Destiny. I was like, Desiree, Destiny. There's a D. Yep. I was like
yeah, we met on YouTube on the internet. I've like half of my friend group. It's funny. Like
that's crazy.
Was with Rachel. I was with her, and
my friend now too.
Rachel she does TikTok. She's a TikToker, but she and I actually met through our old job. It's just like a coincidence that we both ended up doing social media. So Rachel's been a friend of mine for a while, and there was a night near my birthday this year where Rachel had met a ton of my other friends, and she was like, so how do all of you guys know Maddie? And they were all, she was like, do you guys know her from college? And everyone looked at each other and they were all like, the internet. And I was like, that's so funny. Everyone in this room met me because they
Online.
at one point watched my YouTube videos, or we like met because we
Somehow.
both make content. Like
Yeah.
it's just all of my friends
crazy.
are from the internet.
And it's wild. I have similar thing where, like you said, like it doesn't have to matter how much you like, how many followers you have, but because TikTok, and I don't mean just TikTok, but I feel like Instagram maybe too, like geographically is so good. I was seeing people in my like, and it was like early 2021.
Yeah.
I had seen this girl post like art videos and stuff, and I was like, love this. Gonna buy some art. And I was walking through my neighborhood. There she is selling her
Yeah.
art, and I like ran into her, and like
That's
now
so
we're like
funny.
friends, and then
Yeah.
she knows someone else who I used to do like comedy classes with like in 2019, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, this is the stuff, just
Right.
like stumbling upon people on
Yeah.
Instagram or TikTok who
And
are
it's
like,
like-
I like that.
We met at an influencer event like briefly. And then we talked on social media and hung out from
And
there.
at that time, I had started posting content like that. That was June, and I posted like I think I posted my first TikTok at
Yeah.
like the beginning of December to where like I had I think like 8,000 followers on TikTok, and I was like, I am nervous to be here. This is horrible. But you just did it, and then you just talked
Yeah.
to people, and then it was great. And like
Right.
I almost didn't go that night. I remember I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I won't go. And it's fine. I'll post a get ready with me video, and people will think I went. I literally was like,
Yeah.
I'll just say I went. And I was like, no, bitch, I'm gonna go. You're gonna talk to people,
Yeah.
and then you find people who
go
are
do
actually
it.
like you. You don't have to be
Right.
friends with people who aren't like you too. Remember that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
And like I think the thing to remember here also is like most people are looking for new friends.
Yes,
Most people would love to make a new friendship.
they would.
So like don't be afraid to just like, if you met someone briefly, to like just message them on Instagram and be like,
You want to get coffee?
do you want to
next
get
week?
coffee? Do you want to get drinks? Do you want to do something? Like
Anything.
I'm sure that most people, 99% of people are going to be down.
100%. And again, if you have like if you work in an office, like I remember my first few
Yeah.
weeks or years in the city, any new job, any new anything, like I worked at my first office job, I was like the vibes girl. I'd be like, y'all want to get this? You want to come to my apartment? Do this? Invite people out. And then I worked at a pizza shop for a hot second. Throw parties. People love house
Yeah.
parties. So I'm like, if you just invite people
Yeah.
over and say, I have some Doritos and a beer, people will come.
Yeah.
I promise. And even if it's just like
Literally.
one or two. It worked for
Honestly.
me.
It's just like, it's scary, but you just do have to like at some point put yourself out there a little bit and just see what happens. And I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 times the other person is thinking, oh, thank God, because they wanted to say it too.
Truly.
You
They're like,
know?
oh, yes,
Everyone
thank
is down
you."
for a new friendship.
Yes, they are.
The next message that I have here says, Hey M, so I downloaded Hinge in Paris on vacation and matched with this guy. Let's call him Maxi Pad. He liked my image first. I said hi, and then we got to when we should meet. He said we'd have to come up together with a plan, so we did. I told him I leave France in a few days, and he just unmatched me this morning. I know it's a dating app, and I shouldn't be bummed, but I low-key am. Like, what the heck? Why'd he do that to me? Thoughts?
Rude.
So I have been in this position many a time before. It actually, funnily enough, happened last week.
What?
And it sort of happened this week too.
Okay, tell me.
Last week,
hear.
I was talking to this guy and we had like a bunch of really great conversations. He like really appeared to be opening up in some of his conversations.
Ooh.
I won't expose this man's personal details here. But we had, a bunch of really great back and forths, and we talked about wanting to plan a time to go on a date. And the next day when I went to message him, I saw that I had been unmatched. And I was like, that's so interesting. We just spent
What
like
in the world?
4 days having great conversations, and like we left the night before, like we left on such a good note and said like good night, like talk to you tomorrow. We'll figure out what we're going to do for this date. We'll figure out a time that works tomorrow. And he just unmatched me. And then this week I've been talking to this other guy, and he asked me out on a date on Saturday afternoon. He was like, do you want to go out either tonight or tomorrow? And I said, for sure. Yeah, let's go out tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
So Saturday afternoon, he asked me to go out Sunday afternoon. And I say, yeah, for sure. Let's do it. He said in his first initial message when he asked me out that he had a place in mind that had really good drinks. Okay. So in my message, when I said, for sure, like tomorrow afternoon works great for me. Like, where did you have in mind? I just didn't hear from him. He didn't respond to that message. He asked me out on a Saturday for a Sunday. I follow up to say yes. Where are you thinking?
Nothing.
I just don't hear from him. Why? These are life's unexplained questions.
What my first thing is like, do you think they're just like all talk like, yeah, I like, and like are just too scared? Like I do think
I don't
I'm like,
know.
oh shit, they said yeah, I gotta go. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mango. Oh. I'm so sorry.
Here's the thing, and this is what I'll say to you asking this, is that there's many reasons, many justifications for why this could happen. So let's indulge right now. Let's list
so
them
many.
out. Let's see how many we can come up with.
Scared. Jealous.
Number one, their ex came back.
Okay, definitely. Yeah.
That's possibility number one. That's an easy one. Their ex
Actually,
came back. There's another person in the picture that they're talking to that they're more interested in. Has nothing to do with you. You don't know them. You've never met. Like, it's not personal. But there's someone else in the picture that is making this more complicated.
Right.
Number two, it got too real. They are not ready to date. They are not ready to put themselves out there, but they wanted to, you know, get a little attention. They liked having the talking, the back and forth, but when it comes to actually meeting up, that's too real. That's too invested. That's too much. So they have just enough fun to when it gets to that moment where it becomes too real and they back out.
Yep.
Option number 3 is that they fucking hate you.
See, I usually feel like it's like self-deprecation. You know what I mean? Like, but they don't know it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put this, but like, they're like, I don't want to. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not gonna. And then it's like, okay, I'm done. Right. And they don't fully know why. And it's a feeling of scared. I feel like because my friend, like I hear this constantly. I feel like where it's just like, she's like, I don't know what I did. Did I get drunk? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. What did you do? And it's like, I feel like it's just the realness mixed with having to confront their own, like realness of like feelings of any way past like dates of like, I was a man today and I paid for her dinner. Now I have to be like that next step of like feelings, talking, emotional support, texting back, like things that are just so out of the scope. I feel like for people who are like, again, I don't know what your initial reasonings are for going on to dates, but maybe it's out of the scope. But I feel like it has to be a medley because or they're just fucking, like you said, the ex thing. That's a good reason. I forget about that all the time. People get in the way of a lot of shit. And their baggage.
100%.
Like my best friend, she, what was it, like 8 times to her ex-boyfriend? I'd be like, well, this, you know, she'd be on the road with this great new guy, right? Super great. Like, could not imagine a better new guy who comes through. This guy from fucking 8 years ago, you know? And you're like, no! Ruins everything. So it fully could be an old flame too.
Yeah,
but
100%. More often than not, it has nothing to do with you.
Truly nothing.
The thing is, you've never met. He doesn't know you. They don't have enough information about you to form a full opinion about you, to actually dislike you. Any reason for them unmatching you or not following up is it's more to do with them than it is with you. 100%.
Like,
whatever it is.
Always. Like, something my mom used to say, and she was so great with breakup advice for me was always like, if they don't want to hang out with you, why in the world would you want to waste your time if someone doesn't want to hang out with you? And that was always like like, why would I don't want to hang out with that
all the time. Fully. Like, something that I think about a lot is like when I'm thinking about like red flags that people have.
Yes.
The biggest red flag is someone that doesn't love
like
me. Like, listen, if you don't see me for all that I am, if you don't have your eyes fucking open to what a catch I am, that's a red fucking flag.
You, the biggest.
Listen, if you don't like me, that's it. That's over. If you don't see me for what I am, for what I deserve, it's not my job to
talk you into it.
There's something wrong, babes.
Fully.
It's not it.
Fully. And that was like the one thing I remember, like one, I'm not gonna lie, flex I had anytime I got dumped a couple times. It'd be like, okay. My mom would say, anytime someone breaks up, you say, okay. Watch them lose their shit.
Yeah.
And you do.
Yeah.
You'll be like, okay. And they're like,
listen,
what do you mean? You don't want me? It's like, if you don't want me, I don't want you, baby.
You
Easy.
should never have to fight for
Easy.
someone to want you or for someone's attention. No. If someone doesn't want to keep talking to you, if they don't want to take you on that date, if they don't want to be with you, you don't want to be with them either.
Nope.
Also, for this particular situation, it could just be that you guys are wanting different things, but instead of communicating that, they just unmatched you. Like the fact that you told them that you only were going to be in France for a few more days. If they live in France and are like dating in France, they might not want to date someone who's just passing through. Personally, I don't want to date people that are passing through New York. If the second I see someone on their profile say something about her, like, I'm here for a few days, I'm looking for a tour guide, like, I immediately swipe left. Yeah. But if someone didn't have that on their profile and I matched with them and I learned through our conversation that they were only here to travel, I honestly might do the same thing.
I was going to say, like, you know,
because like, we don't know each other. They don't owe you a conversation or an explanation, really. They can just be like, oh, I didn't realize that they didn't live here and that they were just, you know, a tourist here. I'm going to unmatch and just save us both the time.
Right. Or they fully thought it was like, oh, this will be like maybe at the start they thought it was also kind of the same thing where you're on a trip. This is fun. And then they were like, they bit off more than they could chew potentially. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas like that's not on you at all.
Again, it's not personal.
Swept up in the travel.
Right.
Lizzie McGuire, Paolo, sing to me, Paolo. She got swept up in that.
Exactly.
And it ended up not being, but like it's because maybe he bit off more than he could chew. She bit off more than she could chew. But really, it's not what he wanted at that time.
And it's not personal. Again, like they don't know you well enough for it to be personal. Nothing about it is any reflection on you. It's just like, you know, whether it's this or that or the next thing, like there's some explanation for it. None of the explanations have anything to do with you, though.
They don't. And especially, man, just you don't even know what the
we'll never know.
There. But we know it's not you.
Yeah, that's what we do know, for sure.
Because we've all been there.
So the next person says, so I've been in a friends with benefits relationship with this girl for about 1.5 years now. It started out as very casual, but quickly grew into something more. All of a sudden, we weren't just hooking up, but we were also going on dates and cuddling and all sorts of things. Basically dating without any official label. Long story short, I caught feelings and she didn't. It's difficult because she's very emotionally unavailable. Sometimes it just feels like I'm walking on eggshells so that she doesn't just randomly drop off the face of the planet. I know that if I end this friends with benefits situation, she's going to for sure fade away, even as just a friend. But if I keep going with it, I feel like my feelings for her will never go away, and I could just continue using our friends with benefits relationship to pretend we're dating or hoping for something more. I'm not sure how to deal with this. I wish my feelings would just go away and we could continue to do what we're doing. I also want to try and date other people, but I desperately don't want to lose her. She's so special to me and we're very close and I don't want to lose that. Everything just feels like a lose-lose situation. Oh, I know this is a lot of ranting, but I just need some advice. I'm still so new to dating / hookups, so I need someone who's more experienced to guide me a bit. Thank you so much.
Oh man, that is a tough situation.
It's very sad.
Especially because here's the thing, like, and here is the thing. I grew up in a household. I would state my problem, right? This was my mom's solution for everything. Ignore them. Don't call the dogs and deck. They will come running back for you, right? So, not good, right? It's all both games, right? When I say always, like, and this one I would get both my parents' intake. My dad's like, listen to your heart, speak your truth, always follow your feelings, which is good, but it's hard. But I do think you have to like go with how you feel and really prioritize yourself here. Right. And despite what that means for your partner here at all, I think off the bat it seems like you're a very caring person. Just hearing this feels like you're so caring and so thoughtful of your partner, but you need to prioritize yourself a bit more off the bat.
You need to sit down and think, like, what is it that I want in a relationship, in a partnership where I'm intimate with someone, may it be committed or not? What is it that I want to be feeling? How do I want to be treated? What does like a healthy friends with benefits or more committed situation look like? It feels like you know that this is not in alignment with what your answers for that would be. At the end of the day, and this might not be what you want to hear, I think that if you are in a situation where you really want someone and they don't want you, it is best to just move on from that instead of sticking around in hopes that they will change. 9 out of 10 times, they will not. So at some point, you have to just start putting yourself first and making decisions that are in alignment with how you want to be treated and how you want to feel in these relationships, instead of prioritizing this hypothetical, like, what if things were different, if this person changes, if they decide that they're interested in me. Like, you can't function off those what ifs. You have to think about what you want right here, right now. This clearly isn't it. And it is going to be for the best to move on.
Yes.
Now, I understand there's a second part of this where you feel like, you know, you feel like even if you do end it, you're going to lose her as a friend, and you want to date other people, but you feel like this is going to impact your friendship and you don't want to lose her because she's so special and she's very close. This might be true, but more likely, I'm thinking that your feelings for this person are making them more important than they actually are.
Yeah.
And if this person really is so important and so good, they will stick around. Yep. If this person is meant to be in your life, if this person is meant to be your friend, and they have said that they don't want to be with you romantically, they will be fine with you dating other people and ending the friends with benefits situation. Yep. If this is someone that is meant to be your friend, they will respect those boundaries. If they are not meant to be your friend, then they're not meant to be your friend. And this person probably isn't as special as you think they are. Either way, I think that you being truthful to yourself and looking out for yourself is the best call here. Because you're looking out for yourself, you're being true to yourself, and you're finding out, am I really meant to be friends with this person, or are my feelings for them clouding my judgment and making me think that they are cooler than they actually fucking are?
And that usually is the answer.
It usually is the answer.
Yes, been in this situation before. And it's because you want all of you to just want to be able to, like, what is it? Like, you know how much you can love someone, right? And you so badly want to feel that love reciprocated back to you the way you know you can give it. But that person potentially might not be that person to give it to right now. Maybe right now, maybe later, or a different person. But you can't, unfortunately, no matter how much you want to will it, force that feeling on someone from back to you, but you can't focus that onto yourself, and it feels so good. Like, as someone who used to, I remember calling my dad crying, being like, why won't he love me? And my dad would be like, and why do you care? Look at you. And I would be like, it took so long for me to get it, but then when you do, you're like, duh, like, who wouldn't want this? Who wouldn't want to hang out with me now?
When you're in it, it feels so much more important than it actually is. Grand scheme, like, you think this person holds so much more importance in your life than they actually do.
Fully.
You have them on a pedestal that is, like, not totally in alignment with who they actually are or what they actually bring to your life, that it's, like, hard to totally see that it's like they're just not that great.
It clowns. I feel like I don't know if it's the slight chase and trauma. I don't know if it's called trauma. Like, slight chase and whatever there is gets that pedestal up so high because it's the you want to feel wanted and, like, the validation, right? And it's just the seeking validation thing, when really it's just self-love. I feel like self-love really comes through, like, especially when, and, like, I know it sounds like, say it from, like, you're feeling it all right now, but as someone who felt that, and then when I saw my ex-boyfriend post 7 years and they're the one crying, it feels great. Just so you know. And you're like, what's going on? So take it from someone who felt that way, like, oh no, and then literally saw them at, like, in mid-20s and they were crying. You're gonna win.
Someday you'll be so far removed from this, and maybe they'll look back and be like, God, I was such a fucking idiot, and by then it'll be way too late, babe.
Dude, that's traditionally the end game anyway. So
I think that it's always going to be best to prioritize the way that you feel. And I think in your heart of hearts, you know the answer here. You just don't, you're, afraid to really pull the trigger here and take action. Yeah. But you know what you want. You know what you deserve. You know that this isn't it.
You deserve a lot.
Yeah.
You deserve to feel so loved.
You do. So lean into that. Last request for advice that I have here is I had a high sex drive in high school, which I was shamed for, but now I'm on the verge of getting married at 25 and my sex drive has just plummeted. I feel embarrassed talking about it with my friends and I'm not sure how to get back to a place sexually that I'm happy with. I think part of the weird blow to my drive has been both recent life tragedies and the fact that I feel like I think I've lost my confidence to feel sexy. What practical advice do you have to help a girl raise her sex drive?
As I'll say, when you said tragedy, like I don't, things go on and you feel like mental health takes a toll on your, sex drive. I think one thing that I think is like putting pressure on yourself to feel that, like, especially when you are sad. I'm the worst at that. Like when I'm sad, I'm just like, why don't I feel this? Why don't I feel like putting an extra layer of like wondering like why I'm not like performing or like feeling a certain way to that level when I'm in those moments, even like makes those feelings so much worse. And I feel like I even harbor it worse. And it's heightened, right? You just start thinking about it even more, where I think I'm so gentle on myself, especially in times of like crisis. And I'm like, I'm not going to like, for a fact right now, I'm not going to feel like my baseline self, right? I know I'm not going to be as maybe like ready for something that my mind is like, can go to when I'm more free, willing, and like don't have like serious things on my mind, right? But when you have serious stuff, I think it's like totally cool to like realize like, okay, right now I don't feel super sexual, but like it's like okay to feel like that right now, and that you also know it will pass. Like you were at once a place where it was, and emotionally, like emotions are like a thing that move, and they're gonna move again, and that's something I always keep in mind because I have had periods of this as well where like you just feel like, oh my god, is this gonna last forever? Yeah, and then you're like, no. Yeah, it feels like it, but you'll get through it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that having a low sex drive is necessarily a bad thing. I think that everyone goes through periods in life where they have a low sex drive. I feel like, I mean, myself included, and I feel like everyone I talk to, first like 6 months of the pandemic, who the fuck had a sex drive?
Also, like, yeah, like where were you go? Like how, like anything, like what was on your mind besides like just like, oh my god, like what's happening?
Like I remember having conversations with my friends like summer 2020 being like, I have never felt this like lack of a desire for indulging in my sexuality like ever in my life. I was just totally uninterested in it. And I think that's normal when you're like going through something either collectively or individually, like when you are in the midst of tragedy or just like tough things emotionally. Yeah, it makes sense that you wouldn't be feeling like totally into sex. That's fine. I don't think that has to be a red flag or like something to totally concern yourself about fixing. No. I think a lot of it is just like you just have to sort of like live in having a low sex drive for the moment and let it pass and like be gentle and compassionate with yourself. And like it's not something that you have to fix right this second.
Exactly. It's like not a fix, like a something is wrong with you, right? And if someone is pointing out, like if someone is making that it's wrong, like it's not. Like that's just how you're feeling right now. And if you need to like have a discussion with how you're feeling right now, you can point blank say that. Like I've been dating the same person for 8 years, and there are plenty of times like I like during COVID, like my dad got really sick, and there was like a time where I'm like there were things I can't not think about but my dad being sick right now. There is no other like area and room for thought for sex or like sexual thoughts in general because everything felt so heavy that I was like, but that's just, I was like, I kind of like realized it and was like, that's where I am right now. And when I feel like, but I'm also not going to guilt myself when I feel really good and then like take advantage of those times where I'm like, hell yeah, like I'm feeling it. But then when I'm not. But, and again, like things have changed. Like things will, like things change and it'll, I don't know, ebbs and flows are like so normal. And I feel like it's bad to like, make judgments on yourself for what's going on right now. Because it's like emotions.
Sure. Yeah, 100%. I think that's like the end of the day. You just have to sort of accept that this is where you're at right now. And obviously, there are things that you can do to help yourself feel more confident and sexy. But is that the priority right now? Or is the priority just taking care of yourself and making sure like you feel okay? You don't always have to feel sexy or confident. Like, I think it's fine to go through periods of life where you don't feel like that. And if you need to prioritize other things, I think it's fine to prioritize other things, you know?
Oh, yeah. Fully. I used to have these months, I call them like ugly months. So I'm like, yeah, fully. Like, I would tell people that, like, I'm not really taking pictures or like doing much right now. I'm just like having an ugly month. And it wasn't even like a physical ugly, but it would usually be like I don't feel myself. And like I'm just like I'm doing slower shit, like I'm moving slower, you know, and I'm just gonna like do less, and like whether that means like going like whatever, like it doesn't matter, like whatever you feel.
Absolutely.
And if you're I don't know if you have like a partner or whatever, but like communicating that is chill too, because everyone has emotions, and your emotions will affect your sex drive. Just a fact of the matter.
Definitely.
So your partner will understand.
Yeah. And what you're feeling is completely normal. Don't feel like you're weird for it at all. Everyone, even the horniest of them all, go through periods of life where they have a low sex drive.
And I'm saying, when you were talking about like, also like you said late high school, is what she said, or like high school in general.
Really?
Which I'm just like, right, like high school sex drive. Which I'm like, you're like 18, duh. Like I was gonna say, like I was peak sex drive too, right? And
I had a high sex drive in high school, which
so
I was
like,
shooting for. Yeah.
Right. Like, sex drive in high school is like,
listen,
that was new.
We were horny motherfuckers back then.
I was just gonna say, like, that's normal
we
to be
discovered
horny.
Sex for the first time.
Yeah, like Twilight
we were
came
excited.
out. Like, I was in 10th grade when I read the Twilight books, dude. I was like, whoa! Like, I was like, of course. Like, I saw 50 Shades of Grey, junior, like,
right.
Everything came into fucking,
there was
like,
so much to be horny
like,
about
you're just
back
like
then.
A horny bitch. I think that's when your hormones are.
Yeah.
So, duh.
Checks out. Makes sense.
We were there. And
if anyone was shaming you for being horny in high school, it's because they felt the same way but were uncomfortable expressing it.
I was going to say, they couldn't say it out loud. They didn't have a good friend to be like, are you feeling this too? Right. Because if they had, they wouldn't be that. They wouldn't be saying that to you.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been judging you.
Yeah, no, not at all. Listen, I was like fully posting horny shit on Tumblr. I was reblogging like imagines about Harry Styles, okay?
I would have to I remember my mom would walk in the room and be like, oh my, because they would have like the little like porn on Tumblr, like the like and you'd be like,
people were fully fucking on Tumblr, and we were like reblog.
Like, okay, gonna close this when my mom comes in. I'm like, she can't say this, like fully. So like, trust me.
Yeah, listen, we were there. We were fully immersed.
You get it. High school's it's where when you learn about stuff, it's exciting, right? So it's like, of course you're gonna be.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Oh my god, I can't even think about it. My brother's in high school, and they're like, okay, gotta change subject now. Gotta go.
Well, that's it for today's episode, I guess. We had such a fun little episode today.
So fun.
Fun long episode today.
It was fun.
That's how it goes when I have people on the pod, though. I talk for way longer than I do when I'm just talking to myself, which just makes sense.
It was such a fun time, though. Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
Coming.
It's my first podcasting. Don't judge me, but only send love.
Yeah. Love only. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Please. But no, really, thank you for having me. This is so much fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Do you have anything you want to plug? Where can the people find you?
Oh, yeah. You can find me at Alexandrax on Instagram, which is a horrible Instagram name. It's Alexandra with 2 X's in the middle and 1 X at the end, and Big Al Taylor on TikTok.
Love that.
That's me.
So for sure, go check her out. Go send love to her videos. Her outfit videos are like my favorite videos on TikTok as a whole. She's so fun. You. She dances and gets ready, and it's the cutest thing ever. So if I love really her, sweaty. You guys are gonna love her too.
I sweat too. I don't play around. I'm sweaty.
It's serious.
Oh man.
Thank you guys so much for listening. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week.
Bye. Bye.